Hey everyone, and welcome back to PGN Live. We were live earlier, and not just earlier today, because that was also a thing, but we were live just several minutes ago, and then something seemingly happened with the stream. A connection error of sorts, but it looks like we're good again, so I'll wait for folks to come back in. Don't know what happened. Brian C., you're already back. Hey, welcome. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. Sonic 64. Yeah, you're back too. Thank you. Yeah, bear with me. I don't know what was up. Something seemed a little bit off though. And yeah, here we are again. But that's okay. Hiccups happen. We make it work. And more people are here than there were earlier, seemingly. Yeah, actually, more and more people are coming in now. Dang, a lot of people are in here now. Okay, I guess the stream having a glitch of some sort, rebooting, was for the best because now we've got more folks watching. I see the likes going up more and more, and hey, it's all good. So let's see. Brian C., Sonic 64, YouTube Omer, hello, welcome. Matthew Sally, good evening. Pro Meme 12, I like 64 Days Until DK Bonanza. That was a really fun countdown, thank you. And yeah, cool. Okay, well, let's see. Do I start over the conversation or do we just continue from where we left off? Hey, we could do this however you want to do it because some of you were here, and I think the last thing that I was talking about before I got cut off was Hollow Knight Silksong and the discussion on that game and how it looks great. I'm anticipating it being really solid, but that in general, my recommendation is for everybody out there to get interested in plenty of different things so that you don't put like all eggs in one basket. Like if you've only been looking forward to Silksong for the last 6 years and this game isn't absolutely incredible in every single way and everything that you wanted out of life and you didn't look forward to anything else, you're going to be disappointed. But if you enjoy Zelda and Final Fantasy and Street Fighter and movies and video games and comic books and Dragon Ball and wrestling and everything, then you're looking forward to multiple things in life. And then regardless of how long or how good Silksong is in the end, you're not disappointed because, well, maybe you're a little disappointed in that game, but it doesn't like change the way you look at whole life, right? I know folks that have a little bit too much of that into one thing, and then you're rarely ever 100% happy. I think Hollow Knight Silksong is going to be awesome, but if it's not everything you hoped for, dude, that's why there's plenty of games and plenty of things that are accessible out there to become a fan of, to enjoy on the daily, monthly, yearly, you know? Matthew Sally summarized the previous conversation. Yeah, we'll do. Some of it was about Hollow Knight, and we talked a little bit about the stream details, and then we were getting into like Final Fantasy, etc. And then somewhere in there, the stream went. So I'll refresh. Let me see what else we got in here before I do like a little bit of a recap. And thanks Corey Bowen, by the way, for motivating folks to hit that like button and join. Brian C., you say, it looks great to me too. I think it looks like it might be a bit tougher. Yeah, I remember that from earlier. It looks like the controls are going to feel amazing when you do it right. Yeah, I think it's going to have a lot of tactile response. Something that's satisfying. Something that I kind of relate back to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. If you remember that game, if you've ever played it, compared to even Street Fighter games made prior to that point, which I always enjoyed also, the hits felt a little bit different in Third Strike, you know? It's a little bit harder in some ways to play. Parrying was a very technical aspect, but very satisfying. Corey, you pre-ordered a day one Switch 2, even though there's no announced title at the time. I was really hyped for it because you believe. Yeah. When you've got really good faith in a product, a company, it's easy to just become an early adopter because you know how that company operates and what they did in the past, what they delivered. I've never been disappointed in buying a new Nintendo system, so I will always be a day one adopter, you know? I say even Wii U, and not even because, oh, that was the runt of the litter. Like, just because in reality, it was the runt of the sales amongst the Nintendo platforms over the years, with the exception of Virtual Boy, but that's not a TV home console, you know. Wii U had the poorest sales, but I enjoyed the heck out of it for the 4.5 years that I was playing it before Nintendo Switch came out. So sometimes you just know this company is going to deliver high quality games, and it's going to be for me. Splatoon Raiders has me interested, but how much faster Splatoon 3 plays on Switch 2 versus 1 is almost enough to age me out of the game. Being old, I cannot play super fast games anymore, sadly. Brian C. I kind of has a Celeste vibes on the precision of the combat, the way the trailer looked. No, Corey Boehm, yeah, Virtual Boy sold just about 1 million or under that slightly. Nah, but Virtual Boy, that's the exception to the exception because it just bombed. And unlike Wii U, even though Wii U wasn't selling well, Nintendo didn't stop supporting it all generation long. Up until Nintendo Switch came out, they still were making high quality games. The last one being Breath of the Wild. Pokemon Fan 34, welcome back. Good to see you here again. Michael Gutmann, what happened? I don't know. I was talking, and then here all of a sudden it said, chat disconnected, will resume shortly. Chat reconnected. And I was asking chat, hey, do y'all see this message or not? Do you still see me? Okay. No response. I had one last response. So I'm like, okay, I'm continuing to talk. And then I'm like, no, something's up. And I check and I'm like, sure enough, I'm glad I stopped talking when I did. Because otherwise, that's just a frustrating thing when you're talking and like no one's there, you know. But I only went on a little bit more and then I was like, okay, done. So to recap, for those of you that are here now, because there are more people watching now than there were in the original stream. First, to discuss, what is this thing on the bottom left side here? Right over here. Whoop. Oh, my hand's going into elsewhere. Where's my hand going? That's kind of crazy. To another dimension or something? What is this thing? Some of you were here, some of you weren't, but I'll explain it. Every Nintendo $64 worth of super chats that come the stream's way, or in subs, the equivalent combination, however we get there, will equal immediately a $10 eShop card given back to one of you. It will be random, but one of you will win it. You're not obligated to do a super chat or subscribe to the channel or gift someone else a subscription. Can it be $100? Absolutely. If you donate $100, that instantly guarantees that someone's going to get an eShop card right now, and that's also $36 towards the next goal being another $64. So for every $64 that come the stream's way, someone will get a $10 eShop card. $128, 2 people are getting a $10 eShop card each. $256, 4 people are getting a $10 eShop card. You know, 1 each per person. So yes, is this one live? Yes, it is live. I'm live right now. Tater Salad, welcome. Robbie Reigns 1, welcome. Yeah, last night it was really fun. We hit that $64 goal, and Michael Hall is the one that won it, I remember, which is really cool. Just like a few weeks ago, Mr. Black is the one that got that, and that's pretty cool. I was saying a $100 eShop gift card. The amount in super chats received would have to be higher by a considerable amount. But you know what? I'm not against something like that either. A $100 gift card, that would be pretty cool to get for someone. Tried to live stream yesterday. The lag was insufferable. I wish I could donate, but I gotta get my money up. That's okay, Sonic64. That's okay. Hey, you're here. That's pretty sweet. And you know what the good thing is? You don't have to gift anything in order to be eligible for the eShop gift card giveaway. If a few other people decided, and no one's obligated, it's just a fun thing that I'm doing for the community because you're all helping me, you're supporting the channel, you're supporting my daily shorts if you like them, or the video game news, or these streams, or any of the pieces of entertainment, Dragon Ball Z transformation on YouTube, whatever. You're showing me some thanks, and my thanks right back is, hey, I'm kicking back some of what was donated right back into the chat, and one random person gets $10. Pretty sweet. Just a little something small, you know? YouTube takes their cut anyways, rightfully so, it's their platform, and then I take a little bit of that cut and give it to chat. But yeah, Corey, am I going to PAX? No. I probably should. I definitely could. It's close enough. You know, I'm in California. It's in Washington. It's not that far away. But I'm not going. I did go to Nintendo Live 2 years ago, September 2023, which was kind of associated with PAX. It was like next to PAX. They operated kind of independently, but it was during that same weekend. And that was fun. That was fun as heck. It would be cool to go to PAX again, though. One, playing all of the games, playing the new games on Nintendo Switch 2 that I didn't already play at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience in Los Angeles. Tater salad! I'll get back to that in a moment. I'm at work right now, but don't tell my boss I'm here. Alright. Nobody tell Tater Salad's boss that he's here right now. Put that volume on low. Have the earbud in. And thank you for the $2 that you just donated to the stream. Super cool of you. That is $2 towards the Nintendo $64 goal. And if we hit that Nintendo $64 goal, you are just going to be a contributor, Tater Salad, to someone, yourself included, possibly getting a $10 eShop card. But regardless, even if we don't hit that, I appreciate your donation. So big thank you. I'm grateful for it. So thank you. That's really cool of you to do. And right now, boom! Tater salad. Is that big enough? Can you all see that? I think so. Good? All right. We won't tell your boss that you're here. Hopefully you're having a good time. Is anyone from chat going to PAX? Because the other thing I was going to say is, in addition to, it being fun to play the games that they have there, you know, I would like to play Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. I mean, even though I own it, played it on PlayStation 5, enjoyed it quite a bit, it'd be cool to play it again. I'd like to go hands-on with Elden Ring myself and play it in both portable mode and on TV and see, is the exaggeration justified? Or is the complaint justified for the frame rate drop in portable mode? Or is it, no, not exaggerated? You know what I mean? Like, is it exaggerated or not? Justified or not? I could see myself, and then I could actually say, oh yeah, they're right. Or, you know what, dude, they're complaining about a nothing burger, you know. You have a great channel here, Tater Salad says. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know, I look back at the whole YouTube channel, and I've been doing this for like 19 years. I've got so many old school video game themed pumpkins that I've put on here. Some classic photos that have been used around the internet on different sites, different channels with Mr. Satoru Iwata, Reggie Fils-Aimé, Shigeru Miyamoto, Roddy Piper over here, Chuck Liddell over there, just all sorts of kind people, cool people that I met over the years from E3s. Old school footage of Twilight Princess at Nintendo's booth in E3, like I think their 2005 show, and the beautiful setup that they had. And then I've got martial arts videos of different demonstrations, different kata, different forms. I've got exercise videos. It's really a lot. Video game news stories, rumors, sales discussion videos, and then, more recently, live streams. And this has been a new kind of fun because even though I've been on YouTube for 19 years and I've been on multiple people's podcasts, Nintendo Prime, his podcast, Mike Odyssey, his, Andre's Restart, his, oh geez, Player Essence, his, Game Explain, Andre Seegers, his, like plenty of different folks' podcasts, being on Kit and Krista's show with Donkey Kong Bonanza footage, like, etc. I'm used to talking live, but on my channel, hosting my own live streams is a little bit different. I've done live reaction videos before, but that's been around like, hey, let's watch together the Nintendo Direct. This is like, you're just seeing me. There's no other video footage being played, and that's just it. We're just talking about sales, talking about, hey, what are you looking forward to? And it's fun. It's great. I love connecting to the community, and you're all cool. So thanks for being here. I like it. But yeah. Oh, that thing that I was talking about PAX West. I lost topic a little bit. Speaking of cool people, the other fun thing about it would be, in addition to playing the games that I haven't played yet, etc., would be meeting up with fellow content creators and just other cool folks that I know are going to be there, Nate's going to be there. Steve's going to be there, Nintendo Prime, Thunderstash Gaming. It'd be cool to hang out with folks. I think Favlam is going to be there. Gamebird Classic. Quite a few people. So on that side of the fence, it would be fun to hang out, make live content with another, play games. When I went to Nintendo Live, I had a lot of fun hanging around and hanging out with Andre Seegers from Game Explain, with OJ from Player Essence, and just buddies playing games and running around the hall together, and that was cool. And that was only for a day. So getting the opportunity to do more of that for a few days would be cool. But one of these years, I'm sure we'll all sync up. Maybe at a Summer Games Fest or something like that, or a video games Game Awards event. We'll see. But yeah. And the other thing I was talking about, for those of you that are new to this stream and weren't a part of the one earlier, I was talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, Intergrade, and why that one is one I'm really interested in because, this morning, and this was a part of the video that I made today, the discussion around Square Enix talking about, hey, this game is looking nice, it's running smoothly, it's beautiful, locked in at 30 frames per second on Nintendo Switch 2. And I have no problems with a game running at a consistent 30 FPS. Kit Ellis, friend from Kit and Krista, including Krista, they went to Gamescom in Germany, last week. And Kit in particular went on X today and said the game looked great, played great, was a lot of fun, and he was really pleased with the performance and all of it on Nintendo Switch 2. And he wouldn't get so hung up on folks complaining about 30 FPS and that being a deal breaker. And I 100% agree. Personally, I have no issues with 30 FPS. If it's a consistent, solid 30 FPS without dips that are jarring, playing at stutter to 20, stutter to 20, like, dude, that could be annoying. But if it's a solid 30, that's fine. That's fine. It's not even like, oh, you're settling for it. Shouldn't you expect more? No, like literally 30 frames per second, smooth, doesn't bother me at all. And more so in a game like Final Fantasy where 7, you're running around, it's a big environment. Yeah, it's more action RPG oriented than like Final Fantasy 7 for instance when it first released on PlayStation, because that was pure turn-based. It doesn't need super precise, quick twitch, absolute finesse level of frame rate going through to make something happen. Dude, it's gonna be fine. Matthew Sally, welcome to PGN White Belt. Let's go. Thank you, Matthew. Welcome. Check that out. Look at that badge. That badge is pretty sweet. That's the Leasix Great Adventure badge. That's next to your name right now, which I think is neat. It's actually this one. It's this right here. Oh, right there. That's the badge that you just got. That's for new members that are subscribed to the channel. What is Leasix Great Adventure? That's the book that I published. That's my book. It's available on Amazon and all that, and other places too. But I was like, you know what? That's going to be a cool badge because it's something of mine. It's my own IP. And then now it's next to your name for that introductory badge. And then there's something for a first month, a second month, a 6th month. And I haven't chosen what to put for the first year yet. But thank you, Matthew, for coming here, for being here today, and for joining the ranks. Let's see. PGN White Belt. That's $1. That counts 100% towards the goal. Boom. That counts. That counts. Robbie Rains, that's a cool goal to reach for the $64. Thank you. Thank you. It reminds me of the 69th streak from Nintendo Prime. Man, yeah. Speaking of that streak, gosh, Nate's had it going on for over a year now. That's wild. That's really, really cool. Paul, my reaction times are so off I couldn't even reliably block Guardians in Breath of the Wild, says Corey Boehm. And speaking of Corey Boehm, right there, welcome to PGN White Belt. Let's go. Thanks, Corey Boehm. Dang, that's 2 of you in a row. I got to add your name up here. I'm going to keep it light blue just because, well, no. Well, yeah. We'll change it. I don't know. Do you want it to be a different color? You know what? Let's see. You've got yellow kind of in your image with the squiddling having like blondish hair, so we'll go with this kind of. I like to do some fun stuff right here. Make things a little bit different. Boom. Boom. There we go. All right. We're cooking, folks. We're cooking, folks. Wink the Man 07. We're going streaking. That's right. Steak 1024. How's it going today? I'm doing great. Thank you. Robbie Rains. Lots of members tonight. Yeah, we've got 17 people in here right now. Pretty sweet. We're getting closer. We're at $4 towards that Nintendo $64 goal. Once we hit Nintendo $64 in super chats and or subs, somebody is getting a $10 eShop card. Kind of cool. If you think of the lotto, there's like a 1 in 500 million chance of winning the lottery. Odds aren't that good. But if there's 17 people in here tonight, you got a 1 in 17 shot at winning an eShop card. Maybe even better, because before I roll it, I tell you to like drop a 1 in the chat if you even want to participate in it. And maybe there's like 10 people only of the 17 that are interested. And the other 7 are like, it's okay. Like, let someone else take my spot. I don't need to win anything. I'm just cool being here, whatever. Not bad. Now, what's better, $500 million or a $10 eShop card? I mean, yeah, let's be honest, the $500 million. But this is live, it's fun, you're with some friends, and $10 eShop card is still pretty sweet. Steak 1024. Is this the unofficial Nintendo Byte podcast pre-show? LOL. You know what? It's not officially that. No. It's not officially that. But that is tonight at 6:30. So since most of the people in here are a part of Nintendo Prime's community, I imagine that as soon as you're done here, you will roll over there, and I'll probably end the stream around that time also. So, yeah, I guess it is a good place to be before the Nintendo Byte podcast starts. Robbie Reigns 1. People should go into the PGN lottery instead of getting scammed at government lotteries. You know what? Every $64 here, you know someone's going to win a $10 eShop card. Those aren't bad odds. And I'm probably not going to, I mean, no offense to me, I'm probably not going to get 1,000 people watching this live stream. So the odds aren't even going to be that high. They're probably going to be around, 1 in 20-ish, right? That's not bad. Matthew Sally, I was going to Super Chat, but I figured membership probably helps boost the channel inside YouTube algorithm better. Thank you for being considerate. I mean, you didn't have to donate or subscribe, but regardless, I'm grateful for it, and thank you for thinking of what would help more. I'm not sure what would help more, but hey, either way, awesome, and thank you. Let me see. Let me scroll up a little bit. I don't want to miss any thing. Okay, scrolling down. And Steak 1024, by the way, I didn't ask you, but how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all doing well. Sonic 64. Are you planning to get Sonic Racing Crossworlds or play the open network testing? I'm definitely interested in playing the open network testing. I know that it's going to pop up on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, I would play it on any of the systems, including PS5 or Xbox Series X, but Nintendo Switch 2, it is my go-to platform, and not necessarily because of like a Nintendo bias. And you could say, dude, you're totally Nintendo biased. I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest, I am in favor of Nintendo more than other companies because Nintendo gave me the most joy throughout my 40 years of gaming, nearly, 36 years or something like that of gaming. 38? Yeah, about 38 years of gaming. Jeez, that's a long time. They gave me the most. They gave me the most IP that I love, like Mario and Zelda. I put those franchises above anything else. Street Fighter is right up there too, like those three. But I'm not biased in the sense of if something is better played here, I will give it its roses. I'll give it its flowers. I'll give it its proper acknowledgement. You know what I mean? And if something ran very poorly on Nintendo Switch 2, but wonderfully on PS5, I'm going to buy it on PS5. But if something runs comparably on Nintendo Switch 2 to Xbox Series X and PS5, and the parity is similar in terms of content, controls are there, all that stuff, yeah, maybe this version looks a little bit better, but this is the version I could completely take on the go, I'm going to pick the Nintendo Switch 2 version, That just wins. That's a portable game and a home TV console game in one. And that's worth it. But that's me. So yes, regarding Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, I definitely plan to at least play the network testing and then maybe buy it. Maybe. Robbie Reigns 1. I'd rather a $10 eShop gift card from Paul instead of $509 million from a lottery. You know what? That's a good answer. Do you want to know why? Because this is Paul Gale Network. This is PGN Live. This is a cool place to be. Did the lottery do a 76-day countdown to the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct? No. Did the lottery do a Nintendo 64-day countdown to the release of the Nintendo Switch 2? No. Did the lotto have a 40-day countdown to Donkey Kong Bonanza doing pull-ups and push-ups and cool things hanging from the tree upside down and beating his chest? No, Lotto didn't do that. Paul Gale Network did that. So I think you're right, Robbie Reigns 1. I think you're right. $10 from here? This is fun. This is family. $509 million from Lotto? Psh, it's not the same. Tater Salad's doing great. I'm glad you're doing great. Waiting for Chronos on Switch 2. When does that come out? Well, let me type that out. September 5th? Nice. Yeah. That should be good. It's coming up soon. Hold on, wait. That's September 5th. And then the day before is Silk Song, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Double checking that. Like, yeah, curious. What else? Robbie Reigns, exactly. Yes, exactly. Steak 1024. Okay, dealing with a cold. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have a counter for super chats and or subs? It'd be nice to see how close to the goal we are. I don't have a counter up. This is what we have. This is what we have tonight. We've got $4 towards the goal. I could put an update down here of like 4 out of 60 for the goal, something like that. I think would look good. 4 out of 64. Yeah. Okay. That's good to have. Good call, Steak. Matthew, what do you plan to be your next countdown series? Oh, I'll tell you that tonight. I can tell you that. My idea is to do a Kirby Air Riders one with a different Kirby-related food in each one. That's a good possibility. So, the next video game one I'm going to do, unless if Metroid Prime 4 Beyond comes out before this game, the next game one I have in mind is Pokemon Legends ZA. I have something in mind for that. I'm not ready to start it yet, though. I would like to do a countdown for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, but that requires Nintendo telling us the date. Oh, and Tater Salad, you're saying that it is 9/4, September 4th. That's good. Boo Mini, hello, welcome in here. Good to see you here. Hope you're doing well today. Sonic 64. Okay. Do you remember what your first Nintendo game was that I played? Yeah, yours was New Super Mario Brothers Wii. In a similar way, mine was, oh boy, on home console NES, Super Mario Brothers. But in general, at all, I believe Donkey Kong in arcades. Yeah. A combination of Donkey Kong and Super Mario Brothers. Those are my first entry points into the world of Nintendo. Michael Gutmann, what's your book called and about? Good question. It's called Lisek's Great Adventure. And it's about a little dog that gets taken in by a young boy and his family. And it's a story told from the dog's perspective of how she felt throughout her life knowing this kid and the adventures that they went on together. And it's a book kind of geared towards kids of like a 7-year-old, 8-year-old reading level, but it's done in a way, in a certain sense of maturity, that I have found that a lot of adults that read it have a little bit of sentimentalness, sentimental nature to when they had a kid, you know, for both parents and just non-parents, single folks, whatever. Different folks from different ages have said they like the book. It's a cute little book. It's like 1,050 words, 22 pages or something like that. Tater Salad, Kronos is 9.5. Yeah, I thought so, but yeah. Mine was NES Mario, Boo Mini says. Nice. Metro Prime 4 Beyond, yeah. We really need a modern 3D remake of the last Ninja series. That would be cool. Oh, dang, the chat is popping. Boo Mini, you just got off of work. Very cool. Some people in this chat are actually at work right now, but don't say anything. Boo Mini, I'm glad that I hope you had a good day at work. How many Nintendo consoles do I own? Robbie Rains asks. I still have my old school original NES, Super NES, N64, GameCube, Wii U, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2, but I also have an OLED model Nintendo Switch, an unopened Nintendo Switch Lite Zelda Edition, and then if you go into pure portables, since we finished off on the Nintendo Switch Lite Zelda Edition, an old school Game Boy, a purple Game Boy Color, a clamshell purple Game Boy Advance SP, a white DS Lite, a teal blue 3DS, a gold Majora's Mask Edition new 3DS XL, if you count them, an NES Classic Edition, an SNES Classic Edition, I mean if you count that. That's 18, if I'm not leaving anyone behind. I bought my kids both a 2D XL, so 20 Nintendo systems I own. Yeah. The only thing I specifically don't have is a Virtual Boy, which I plan on buying one day. I rented a Virtual Boy back in the day. I played it at the store a few times. I played one like a good 9 years ago or so because I helped a friend buy one and I played his when we got it together and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't own a Virtual Boy and I'd like to own one. Randy McGovern, welcome. Do you think Sakurai will make a Smash Bros. After Kirby Air Riders? Yes. I think we will get a new Smash Bros. Game this generation on Nintendo Switch 2. And I think it will be led by Masahiro Sakurai, or it will be co-developed by him. That, you know, maybe people along the way that he, helped build up to see his philosophy and design could take the main reins and him helping assist, but that we will feel his presence heavily in this game. Or it might be his last full-on Smash Brothers endeavor, but starting with the next game, it's time for someone else to shine, his protege, if you will, and maybe we see him helping out a little bit, or maybe not, but yeah, I think we get a Smash Brothers this gen, and I think Sakurai will be involved. Maraydon785, how are you doing today? I'm doing well, thank you. Good to see you here. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing? And speaking of which, if you all look at Maraydon785's badge, next to that 5 is what you get as a 1 month badge. So look at Corey Boehm. He's got that Lee 6th Grade Adventure badge next to his name. Maraydon785's got that Ryu charging up a Hadouken. That's the 1 month badge. Kind of cool. Corey Boehm, speaking of which, at some point I owned both Donkey Kong and Mario Bros. For 2600 as a kid. I still got my DK Junior Tabletop Mini Arcade. That's a neat thing to have. Not a lot of gamers and fans and folks out there have that, Corey. That's pretty cool. That's neat. Brian C. Totally worth buying. I own it. You talking about a Virtual Boy? Maraydon785 showing off the different emojis. Look at that. You've got Majora, Lisek, Tommy, Ryu, Bond, Professor, and Mario. Those are pretty cool looking. Those are pretty cool. Tater salad, LOL who? That must have been regarding something I said earlier. I don't know what that is now. Robbie Rains, got a lot of Nintendo consoles? Yeah, I do. Do you think we'd ever get a Virtual Boy on NSO Wing Demand 07? I hope so. Dude, you get Labo VR, you throw the Nintendo Switch in it, you have a Virtual Boy, and you get to have the entire library of like 12 games. Just bring it over and give it to folks. Boom. A little piece of Nintendo's past that is oftentimes forgotten, that I think Nintendo kind of wants people to forget about, can see the light of day again on Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch 2. I think Nintendo should go ahead and make like a plastic strap dealio that the Nintendo Switch 2 could go in so it stays on your head. You've got the two Joy-Con 2s. You've got motion tracking in the Nintendo Switch 2 itself. And yeah, that would be a pretty cool entry point and have some VR support. They don't have to go full on, but they could try. And it would be an easy way to implement it, right? Throw that strap in with a game. There you go. That Red Alert game on Virtual Boy looked pretty good. Yeah, maybe Red Alarm. I remember playing on Virtual Boy specifically the Mario Tennis game and the Wario Land title. Those are the ones that stick out. I might have played another one, but I've played like 2 to 4 games at most on Virtual Boy. Robbie Rains 1. You've got 7 Nintendo consoles: original NES, DS, Wii, Nintendo Switch, NES Classic Edition, SNES Classic Edition, Nintendo Switch 2. Awesome. Those are all good ones. I'm glad you're doing well, Maraydon785, and you're welcome. Corey Boehm. Are you going to buy a ROG Xbox Ally? No. With Nintendo Switch 2, I'm totally satisfied with the portable experience that I get. I have a wonderful Nintendo Switch library that I enjoy very much. I get to experience those games at a higher level of resolution, graphical fidelity, frame rate, etc. on the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm getting plenty of modern games. I've got stuff like Street Fighter 6 on Nintendo Switch 2. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. I'm going to get Hades 2 on the system. I have enough portable fun with it. And only if the ROG Xbox Ally had some exclusives would I consider it, you know? Otherwise, it's going to play all of the games that are on my Xbox Series X. And if I want to play Xbox's games, well, for better or worse, the reality is I'll be able to play them on Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5, right? Because Xbox is going to make their titles available everywhere. But, yeah. I mean, cool for people that are going to get it. I think it's good that it'll be out there. I don't think it's going to sell super well or put that big of a dent in the Nintendo Switch 2 ecosystem, but that's cool. Any of you planning on getting the ROG Xbox Ally? Brian C. My book, yes! That's both an emoji and a badge. Robbie Reigns 1. I don't know why people are saying 30 frames per second is unplayable. Psh, it's not. It's not. I think 30 FPS is just fine playing on. It is! ROG Xbox is also going to effectively be a Steam Deck. Pretty much. I imagine that when Valve comes out with Steam Deck 2, it will be pretty expensive. It will probably boast some pretty powerful specs. And, you know, when you've got, let's say, Injustice 3 that comes out on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, PS5 Pro, Xbox Series S, PC optimized settings, Nintendo Switch 2 with DLSS support, and ROG Xbox Ally, and, you know, etc. Like the Steam Deck 2 version will be the best looking portable version there is. Highly likely. But looking at how freaking good Street Fighter 6 looks on Nintendo Switch 2, and that's an early game that was ported to Nintendo Switch 2 by Capcom, I've got full confidence that you give NetherRealm Studios time to cook with Nintendo Switch 2, they're going to pull off some awesome visuals. No one's going to be disappointed for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm excited about Injustice 3. No official information, but yeah. Brian C., your book is what I own. LOL. You mean you have a copy of the book? You have a copy of the book? You do have a copy of the book. You gotta clarify that, Brian C. You got it off of Amazon, right? Robbie Reigns 1. I think if Xbox wants to continue to succeed, they need to start making exclusives again and maybe make their handhelds a little cheaper. Yeah. Xbox, they could really benefit from utilizing the impressive amount of software they have, the IP they own, and making it only on their system. Building it up, actually cranking out Perfect Dark once every 5 years. Finding someone to make a Banjo-Kazooie. Use Conquer and come out with new entries. Even if it would piss people off, put Minecraft 2 only on Xbox. Put Doom and Wolfenstein and Call of Duty, as soon as that 10-year contract is up, only on Xbox. That's going to get people to buy your system. But they kind of flubbed it in the last 20-something years with Rare, not really maximizing that audience. They tried in the beginning a little bit with Grabbed by the Ghoulies, cameo, Elements of Power, but they didn't stick to it long enough. And with what so many people loved on Nintendo, that they could have matured up as they getting older and say, hey, now we're going to buy Xbox to play all of these games that we loved on Nintendo 64 and stuff. And they have an opportunity now, but nah. Looks like Microsoft is going to be in this weird position where they make a console, they have a plastic box under your TV, they make games that's going to release on that system, but those same games are going to put on Nintendo and PlayStation. If it's like a 1-year exclusivity to their own system before they put it on others, I could see that as something. But if it's not that, it's almost like what's the point in buying it, right? I don't know. Tater salad. People are spoiled with frame rates. If the game is fun and you enjoy it, who cares about frame rates per second? Absolutely, dude. Like, there's so many more elements that make a game good or not than a frame rate. Story, gameplay, sound design, music, how it controls the characters, the voice acting, puzzles, collision detection, fight choreography. So much more. Frame rate? Who cares? Evidently, some people care. But I don't even know if that many people care or if that many people think they care because they hear, oh no, it's 30. Oh, it must be bad. I gotta buy into it. Yeah, it is bad. It's not bad. Get out of here. Definitely not getting the Xbox ROG Ally. Sonic 64. You still have Switch 1 debating on if you want the Switch 2 or a MetaQuest. Interesting. Those are two pretty distinct differences. Well, I've got a visitor, by the way. Oh, hey, Peach. Peach is here. Hey, Peach. We'll take off this collar. Oh, yeah. Hey, Peach. Peach is a good dog. She's a good dog. MetaQuest. Those are definitely different. Definitely different. I mean, if it was like Xbox or PlayStation, those are more similar. If it was Nintendo Switch 2 or Steam Deck, those are more similar. But you're looking at, yeah, a designated home console that's also a portable console that takes your Nintendo Switch games and boosts them up, backwards compatible, Nintendo exclusive IP, or you're looking at a high quality VR device. Very different reasons for this system or that. So, yeah, that's a decision you got to make. Brian C., you have the digital copy of Lisa's Great Adventure. Thank you very much. Brian C., do you like it? Do you like the book? And also, if you don't mind, unless if you already did, thank you. But if you don't mind, especially if you like it, writing a review on Amazon, that would be cool. I would like to hear what you think about it. Tater Salad, 2 more days until Shinobi. Art of Vengeance. Yeah, dude, that demo was so good. I really like the Shinobi demo on Nintendo Switch 2. Corey, about a year ago you teased you knew about something like a Switch 2 reveal being filmed. Do you know what was filmed and did it ever show up publicly? So, without getting official confirmation, it looks like it was Labo. It looks like it was Alarmo. Because not too long after I found out about hardware being filmed, a live-action commercial of sorts being filmed, because I didn't see it. I didn't talk with the person directly on, hey, this is what it looks like, nothing like that. I got very little information on that. But not too long after, what did Nintendo come up with? Alarmo. Now, I was like, I don't think this is what I was told. But when time passed and we did not get Nintendo Switch 2, not a reveal until January, and then not like a big reveal until April, it's like, no, what I was told, it must have been Alarmo. And that's it. And that's the mystery, I guess. Peach, says Boo Mini. Yeah. Peach is good dog. She's a good dog. With an alarming price tag. Yeah, Alarmo was what, $100? Or $90? Tater Salad. Ah, cute doggy. Yeah. This is Peach. She's a good doggy. She's a good doggy. She's a good doggy. Look how dense she is. That's dense right there. That's a dense dog. Boo Mini, you're currently replaying Echoes of Wisdom on Switch 2. I love this game. Awesome. Boo Mini, how are you doing, by the way? In general. Robbie Reigns 1. Do you think the Switch 1 will pass PS2 sales, even with a price increase? If so, when? I do believe it will. I only think it won't if Nintendo stops manufacturing the Nintendo Switch 2, because otherwise it's going to sell another 800,000 units between July 1st and September 30th. It'll sell another 1.2 million this holiday season. It's going to sell another 600,000 in the first quarter of next year, and another 500,000 the quarter after that, and another 450,000 after that, and then another 870,000 after that, etc. And then these few hundred thousand, several hundred thousands, are going to continue long enough until Nintendo Switch 2 hits 160 million, which my estimation is going to be summer of 2027. 4 months or so, give or take, after Nintendo Switch turns 10, right? Now, my original expectation was about June 30th, 2026. That's when I thought Nintendo Switch will hit 160 million. I'm basically postponing my thought by 13 or so months. Brian C., you got it on the Google Play Store. I remember this now. I'm having a little bit of like a deja vu moment. We talked in Nintendo Prime's chat once about you picking up the book, correct? Digitally. Wink to Man 07. Peaches, 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 I love you. Oh, oh. Robbie Reigns 1. Nintendo's predictions is that Switch 1 will have sold 160 million by the end of 2026. If that's true, then the Switch 1 will pass PS2 that year. I mean, I'd be happy with that. That would be right in between my original expectation and my new thought, Sonic 64. Also, I heard you mentioning Minecraft 2. It's weird to me because my question is, how can an open world survival game get a sequel that they can't just update into the original game? If there's enough added to the game that's too much for an update to handle because it's too sophisticated in the approach. Certain environmental factors, not just a graphical change, but certain ability to manipulate the environment that you couldn't do before, that they thought of something else that requires a new engine, something to be built from scratch, a more intelligent CPU. That could justify the need to make a full-on sequel, Like, will they eventually have Minecraft 2? I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll see. When do you think Nintendo stopped manufacturing Switch 1? I hope no time soon. I mean, they have a few million out there in the wild that they've got to sell. And then I'm sure they're going to play out very carefully just how many do they print each quarter to justify keeping manufacturing lines open for them instead of, converting that to Nintendo Switch 2 manufacturing lines. I think we've got a few more years, though. Oh, I'm doing good. My husband and I are going to PAX West on Saturday. Cool. So I hope to meet Nintendo Prime, but don't know which building he'll be in. Boo Mini, I'm sure you're going to figure it out. You'll all meet up. Talk tonight on his podcast, which starts in 4 minutes, right? You'll figure it out. That'll be cool. Be sure to take some cool pictures and stuff. That'll be fun. Hope you and your husband have a good time. Travel safe. You live 50 minutes away from Seattle, so it makes sense to go. Oh, pretty sweet. Right on. My bad. They said Switch 1 will hit 160 by the end of 2025. Sorry. That's soon. If they hit 160 by the end of this year? Oh, that's very soon. What if Nintendo made Minecraft? That'd be an interesting take. Michael Gutmann. I just got the third Dreamer. That means almost beat Hollow Knight, yeah. Started like 10 minutes ago. He started? See, I'm paying attention to you all, talking with all of you, so I'm not on his yet. Are they are folks watching, or is it? Oh, so it started, huh? Okay, that means some of you are in both chats. Okay, cool. Well, I'm having a good time here. I hope you're having a good time here, and a good time. Oh, there, if you are on both. Don't end it. I won't end it. I'll probably end it in a little bit, but not anytime immediately. Like, I won't just be like, okay, bye. Oh, you can't see Peach right now, but she's down here giving little snores. Can you hear that? Can you hear her snoring? By the way, you can't see him, but Mario is right behind my computer monitor. Oh, I see Robbie Reigns. Now you're in the Nintendo Prime chat too. See, Pokemon Fan 34? Peach has been here for like 10 minutes. She's like, I'm here, and I'm licking this guy's ears. How come Pokemon Fan 34 is not here? She wanted to see me, and here I am. What the heck? What gives? Yeah, that's what she said. That's what she said. Matthew Sally, you're only here. I see a couple of you now in that chat and in this chat. Yeah. Peach was going wild earlier. Now she's a little bit more relaxed. Hey, Tall Show. Good to see you. We'll probably end the stream in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to hop over on Primes. I thought it started at 6:30, so... you know, crash it, yeah. Primes is going to be on for quite a while. I mean, I guess they started, you said, somebody said in the chat, they started like 10 minutes ago, so I guess they started a little bit earlier than I thought, but they'll probably go from, what, 6:20 to like 10:20 or something like that, or for him, 8:20 to like 12:20. Yeah. Oh, look at this dog. She's so peaceful. She's so calm now. Pokemon Fan 34, you're going to go back to his. Hey, that's okay. You came by here to say hi to Peach. Peach says hi right back. Yeah. That's cool. Now, they should have a good podcast. It should be a fun conversation tonight. Yeah, my wife and I are going to go out in a little bit. But I'm enjoying talking with you all here, reading the chat, good conversation back and forth. Brian C., he said it's only 2 hours tonight because of PAX flights. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he lives on Thursday, I think, so yeah, he doesn't have time to like do some 4.5 hour mega stream and stuff if he wants to wake up early on time. Brian C., granted they always run longer than planned, also true. Tater salad, I'm gonna do a little more work. Yeah, a little more work. Uh-huh. It's a good distraction here at PGN Live. So there goes kind of. I mean, it's still possible. But y'all remember there was a little rumor floating around about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond being shown off this week. Today was kind of the day to announce, stay tuned tomorrow for a Metroid Prime 4 Direct. Not that it's still not possible. They could have a Metroid Prime 4 just shadow drop, like X announcement, YouTube announcement, just a little video, not even letting us know a day in advance like Kirby Air Riders. It could still happen tomorrow or Friday, but I don't know. Pokemon Fan 34, crash it, join with Peach, maybe. Talasho, take the night at a medium pace, will do. Tater Salad, thanks for answering our questions. Great stream. Thank you, Tater Salad, for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $2 dono. Yeah, Michael Gutmann. I don't think it's very unlikely. Is it possible? Anything's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's very unlikely. Let me actually see something. I just texted my wife. Basically, I'm happy to keep this challenge up a bit longer. Happy to stream a bit longer. When my wife gets home, I'm going to have to roll because we're going out tonight. But in the meantime, yeah, talk, have a good time. Brian C., I think Metroid needs the pre-announcement to get as many eyes on it as possible. That's another point. Metroid could benefit from a strong marketing plan with enough build-up time, not too much to get distracted, but enough of a build-up time to get people hyped up for the game. And whether or not they want to roll with Metroid Prime 2 and 3 first, have some kind of cool live action commercial play. Can you imagine a little web mini series or something like that? I think it's a little bit too ambitious to think, oh, we're going to get like a Netflix show, right, of Metroid, or a movie. Certainly not yet, not at this time, but a little web series. If they just dropped it all of a sudden, that would be really cool. Announce that in the Nintendo Today app and have it run on Nintendo Switch 2, and then on YouTube. Boom, 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 boom. That'd be pretty big. Get people stoked for the game. I love it. They could also use the Nintendo Today, for Metroid Prime 4 release date. I'm starting to think it's slid to summer 2026. I don't think so, Corey. It's possible, but I think if it is that far of a delay and not just like January or something, then Nintendo wouldn't have held on to 2025. You want to go down, Peach? Okay, you can go down. They wouldn't have held on to 2025 this long, because at the last fiscal report, they were saying 2025, if it's that far, unless if it's like it slipped from December to January, oh, I could get that. But that much further, no, they would have known that it's like several months out in advance, you know? An Alarm O announcement, yes. That would be cool. You update your Alarmo, you keep it fresh and connected to the internet, and one day in the morning you're just getting some Metroid tunes to wake up and like, what? That would be pretty cool. There's a rumor DK was moved up as Prime 4 was supposed to be the July game, but it wasn't ready. Maybe. I've heard about that. I don't know. Possible. Peach is walking around over here. You gonna get into trouble? She's probably gonna get into trouble. What's up? And now she's coming back here. Didn't Alarmo just get a Prime 4 update? LOL, says Tall Show. Maybe. Did it really? I mean, mine has remained the same. I've seen the image popping up on a few people's X accounts. Is that true? Is that real? I don't know. But I would be so down for a Metroid Prime 4 update on my Alarmo. I wish I could just snap my fingers and make Nintendo release every first-party title we want and make them give us 3 direct announcements right now. Oh, that would be cool. You know, it would be really neat. Be able to travel into the future like 5 years buy all of the stuff from 5 years from now. Take pictures of all of the articles that you see of all the new games coming out, all the interviews, all this stuff. Rewind into today's day and just be like, hey, everybody, check out the next Zelda, check out the next Mario, check out this crazy Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat game that you never thought was going to happen. Check out this brand new epic Star Fox game. We just have everything available right now to play, to show folks online, and just be like, isn't this amazing? Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Well, we got to go a little bit longer. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the memberships, donations. I appreciate it. Hope you all had a good time. You know what? If you want, you could head over to Nintendo Prime's stream. His, not stream, I should say. His podcast. And we could all say Paul Gale Network raid. And then whether you stay long enough or not, that's okay. But if you want to go to Nintendo Prime's YouTube channel and just say like PGN raid, that could be fun. If not, then I'll see you all later back on my channel or elsewhere. Oh, Peach, what you want? Showing off her speaking skills. But yeah, I'm going to go over to Nintendo Prime's before my wife and I go out, so I'm going to stop by, say hi. Arigato, PGN. Os. Tater salad. Have a blessed night, Robbie Rains. Paul, or what you said. Gotcha. I read that and I said Paul later on. Thank you all. Cool. Peach being cheeky, yes she is. She's mischievous. And now somehow, as I'm ending the stream, more people are showing up. People should be dipping out. Hey, if you're watching this now and you're like, what's this guy talking about? And did I show up too late? Maybe a little bit, because we're ending it. But come on by next time. I'm streaming a few days a week lately, and it's been a lot of fun. So, regardless of whether you're here or not for a minute, or you've been here for the hour plus, 71 minutes, yeah? Thank you so much for your time. Take care, everybody.